Honestly, first with BC, that transition inside, it's interesting because I always think that tackle's the hardest position, but guards got similar challenges but more physicality. So he's definitely learning to adjust to that. And then personally, just I think the versatility that I've had to work on my entire career helps me out here. So right left really doesn't matter to me. Changes up my pre-practice routine, which hip I got to loosen up, but other than that, it's about the same. So just kind of doing whatever I need to do, making sure I'm ready at center as well. Really love the room that we have because it's fun to come to work with these guys.
Nick, good to see you out here.
You as well. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Yeah.
With Sam Cosmi, obviously you probably don't know when he's coming back, but seeing him walk out to practice, I think he was out there stretching a little bit too. How nice is it to have him out here as he's battling back from this injury, and how excited are you guys to potentially see him back on the field this year?
Yeah, it's awesome because the hardest part about injuries, and you guys and the fans don't necessarily see that, is there aren't really off days for him. He's been grinding since, when did he have surgery? A week after the Lions game or something like that. So, he has had months of maybe a day off here and there where he's still not really taking a day off. He's still doing recovery stuff. So, seeing him out here and seeing a smile on his face and seeing him progress is awesome because injuries are probably one of the worst parts of this game. And I don't think anyone that's not in the building understands how mentally and physically draining that is for those guys. So awesome to see him out here.
And you were talking a little bit about this O-line and the strength that it is, but you guys as a group coming in here in camp these last few days, how has it been meshing together to start things off here?
Pretty awesome. LT he's an incredible professional. So he stepped in, and the first day he was here, it's like he knew the whole system. So having a left tackle like that is awesome. And then seeing Josh, Josh, he's 21 years old, but very mature, which it's interesting these days. You're seeing some guys with the NIL, they're young, but they're coming in with more of an adult mindset because they've been earning money. Where when I was in college, I was getting $1,700 a month or whatever it was, and I was a stupid kid. So they're coming in a little bit more mature. So really impressed with him. And then really it's you bond with the five that you're playing with, but we spend the entire day together. So really all just starting to get to know each other. A lot of guys from last year back, and the new guys are blended in real well.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Just trust in his plan and him leading the way, and for us to just the best just to follow his lead, man. I just feel like my best, physically, mentally, spiritually, and that's the best feeling when you're walking into training camp, and every day you just give it your all.
I see you working a lot with the pass rush group. How much do you enjoy that aspect of rushing the quarterback and getting after it off the edge?
I love it. D-line work is a different trench work, man. Being off the ball, just in coverage and whatnot. But, as D-line, you're always going, right? You're moving forward consistently. And, when I came into the league, I was an outside linebacker when I was in New York. So I still got some of them traits where I can use now where I'm here now in Washington. So, but every time I'm on the edge, like I said, the more I can do, to help this team, I'm with it.
And how about adding another gold jacket and Von Miller to the D, huh?
Oh man, you said it. Gold jacket in the building, man. I'm just learning him, man. Yesterday was the first day we got out on the field and kind of see how he work and move around. He doesn't say too much, and I feel that I respect that. He's in a new environment, and I'm just seeing him work, and I'm. Just like me always, when Bobby was here, I'm a sponge. I'm willing to learn. And for him, just to put another tool in my bag as far as coming off the edge and any weapons I can use to use that for.
Frankie, last year you and Bobby and Zach Ertz and other guys coming in here, and now this year, kind of Scott was saying, Von Miller, Laramie Tunsil, some of the other new faces that are here now. How does it feel that you guys kind of started that movement of veterans coming here to help this team win and help this program grow here?
Oh man, I think it starts from the head guy, DQ. He put the plan together to have the guys around. Then it's our job from there, from the locker room, to get the guys together, right? So, pay the respects to D for that. But man, it's just we got so much knowledge in the locker room, and there's so much experience in the locker room. So that's a good thing, not only for myself but the young guys and for the team. So, yeah, I'm just ready to see what we got going and ready to cut it loose.
A year ago in training camp last year, you talked so much about the buzz. The team was telling us about how excited they were for this year, for last year. How does this year feel maybe different from last year, or does it not feel different?
Man, I ain't really too thinking about last year. Last year was last year, and I think for the most part, and we're thinking about just this year. What we got to work on, and we got new faces in the building, so we're just trying to build around that, and don't make it complicated as it is. Just come every day and focus on what we got to do that day.
Frank, what is Von here?
Yep.
Thanks, Frankie.
How much
Appreciate it.
Watch out for this cord.
Early in your career, and just like what have you thought about him as a pass rusher?
Oh man, he was. I studied him a lot. My first 2-3 years when I was with Kevin Green, because you're not a Ryan Kerrigan guy. So I kind of picked out some films of guys where it kind of fit my game, and Vaughn was one of them. I still haven't told him this, but he was one of the guys I studied. The guys, he can bend around the corner. He's very elusive. He moves like water. You can see that yesterday when my first time working with him. Just the way he moves, how he does his get-offs, and just how he moves about his business. And to have that in the building, man, it's very special.
Not only in the building, but on the other side of the field when
Correct.
you're rushing. How much can that help what you do and what the defense does?
Oh, I think it's going to help us a lot. I don't want to talk about last year, but we just certain situations we just gotta, a lot of it came down to that. But to have him in the building and on our defense, man, it's gonna bring nothing but juice and winning time moments for us. So I'm excited for him. I'm excited working with our defense, and like I said, we can't wait to cut it loose.
Frankie, go ahead. Are there things you can point to so far? I know it's 2 days where you already feel maybe a little more comfortable than last year. You guys just kind of all thrown in together.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever comfortable. We still got room to improve in, and we still got spaces where we got to work at, and winning time moments, that's where we got to work at the most. But as far as right now, we're just working on little simple things, trying to, ramp it up. But when we do come to those moments, we'll be ready for sure.
This kind of piggyback.
First 2 days, is the competition match what you expected? Is it the intensity high? What?
Yeah. I think it's been everything that I expected and some. Competition is through the roof. It's just able to love on each other, but also come out here and compete and have a healthy competition between everybody on the field, and then going into the locker room and loving each other and being brothers. So it's been nice.
Yeah, I know when you were drafted, AP said you got an offensive mind. You play offense.
Yes, sir.
How does that play into your strengths of linebacker?
I think for me, it kind of just helps me understanding when the quarterback wants to throw the ball, where they want to throw it on certain routes. If we're playing a certain defense, this is the weak spots of our defense. Just by playing wide receiver and knowing that and learning that. So I think carrying that into, my defensive mind and how I break down a play helps me.
You guys are all pros, but pretty cool to be out there with like Bobby Wagner and Von Miller.
Yeah, I mean, it's still hasn't really sank in. You know what I'm saying? I was telling somebody the other day, I'm taking reps next to Bobby Wagner. Who would have ever thought? You know what I'm saying? And so like I said earlier, I'm just blessed to be able to be out here with the vets that we have and just continue to gain knowledge from them and pick their brains about certain stuff. So.
Just having those guys, what are some of the things that you want to take from?
Just their pro approach to their everyday life, right? I think that's something that I've kind of learned the most from both of them is just how they handle their business on a day-to-day basis. They're in early, they're out late, watching film, just always trying to figure out a way to get better, whether that's, getting your body right for the next day or whether that's watching a little extra film, studying some plays a little bit more, or, just getting together and chopping it up about ball. I think that makes everybody better when you just sit there and talk about football. So, yeah. Cool. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Camp. What is the approach? What's the importance of these first couple of days of camp if you want to get accomplished here?
Honestly, it's just getting the techniques and fundamentals down, understanding the schematics of the team, and building that brotherhood.
What's it like kind of assimilating into a new culture and a new team? What is the challenge in that regard for you?
Really, there's no challenge. and just buying into what they ask of us to do, compete with joy, build a brotherhood, and just go out there and ball out every single day.
You know, DQ always preaches competition. How do you guys feed off each other? How do you guys kind of push each other to make each other better on that D-line?
The cliche goes, iron sharpens iron. So the person in front of me tries to beat me, I'm trying to beat him, and then vice versa. So we go back and forth, trying to make each other better. We know our strengths, we know our weaknesses, we know their strengths, they know our weaknesses, all that kind of stuff. So pretty much we're going back and forth. We're going in practice, we're just getting better that way, and that's it. Keep it simple.
You know, I was just talking with Eddie Goldman. He said already Von Miller has already taught him a couple of things already, that little techniques, little nuances that he's already picked up on. How about for you, just adding a Von Miller? How valuable is that to just be almost like a sponge, a guy that's probably going to go to Canton?
It's phenomenal. Day one, he was just sharing knowledge, the things that he saw, the things that he does, and it was really cool to see and hear. Yeah.
Cool.
I was going to say, this defense, I asked Darryl Tapp, your line coach, you guys licking your chops when you got Von Miller and Bobby Wagner behind you. How scary can this defense be?
No, we can be as good as we want to be, honestly. Yeah.
Dietrich, you've won a Super Bowl championship before. That's something they want to do here. So when you can bring in that experience, what's your advice to some of the guys that haven't done it yet and the young core that wants to do it here?
Pretty much everything that Coach is saying now, compete when you go out here on the field, be your techniques, fundamentals, and just understand the game, be a student of the game, and that's what it is.
Being a part of a team that's done it, when you look at this roster, do you feel like this group here has the makeup and the ability to do it?
Well, we have four guys who have gone before, and I feel like with their expertise and all the talent we have, along with Coach Witt, our support staff, and Coach DQ, I think we can go pretty far.
3 days in the books. How's do you guys feel like you're further ahead now than you were at this time last year?
Definitely, man. Just second year in the system, so we kind of know the defense, man. Now we just out there playing ball, having fun.
I want to ask you about Bobby Price, a guy who's kind of calling to make the roster at the 53-man. How's he looking out there, and what do you notice from him?
I mean, he's a high-energy dude, man. He comes to work every day, the same dude, and he just his effort, his energy, he bring a lot to the table for us.
Quan, what's the potential of this secondary? How good can this group be this year?
We can be really good, man. I think training camp is a time to really piece things together, come together as a group, and just be able to communicate and play fast with one another.
I think DQ has mentioned it multiple times throughout the offseason or even early in training camp, creating more turnovers. How do you kind of focus on that as a secondary? Is it something that you guys emphasize all the time?
Just think about the ball, man. Those plays where you get a PBU, like, go get the ball. So just being intentional about it and just attacking the ball when it's in the air.
Talk about the one you tipped today. It's picked off. Just talk about what you saw.
I mean, just even plays like that, man. I seen Zach about to run the over route. He stopped. I seen Jaden open up, and I just broke on the ball, man, tried to make a play. I didn't make it, but, it popped up in the air and gave Mikey an opportunity to go get it.
You get interceptions on defense, especially against a guy like Jaden in this offense that's looking to have another impressive season. Just how much energy and excitement gets fueled into the defensive side of the ball when you guys can get takeaways?
Man, it's just all about competition, man. We always competing against one another every day. We out here, man, just having fun, just trying to get better.
Well, kind of piggybacking off that, how much do you guys fuel off each other, and hype each other up in that secondary?
Man, it's a lot of that. We always talk about having high energy, man, whether you're on the sideline, you're on the field. So, we always happy for our brother when we make plays.
DQ talked about the friendly competition between the offense and defense. Obviously, you're playing against one another because you're not playing against teams right now. Mm-hmm. How do you take it far enough to where it doesn't become too personal between both sides?
It's never personal, man. We out here, we on the same team, so it's every day we just trying to make each other better, man, and just giving each other our best when we step on the field.
He's a guy that's back there with you guys, kind of clawing to make the 53-man roster. What do you notice from him?
Say it again.
What do you notice from Bobby Price? Just a guy back there who's clawing to make the roster.
He's a real technician, man, and I see him getting better each and every day throughout practice, and he's a great person, great teammate, always looking out for his teammates, trying to see if everyone is like level-headed, and you can definitely see on the field he's working, going hard every day, just trying to just doing his best to stay on the field.
And how's your comfort level now? I mean, you're always comfortable on the football field, I know,
Mm-hmm.
but with the speed of the NFL game, how's your comfort level so far?
I feel like I'm getting very comfortable. You know, you gotta play the same speed of everybody else. Yeah, you can't just be relaxed. You gotta stay focused.
Sorry if this was asked. What's the potential of this secondary this year? How do you see this possibly playing out? How good can this group be?
I feel like for this year, not really thinking about the upcoming season. We just worried about training camp. So we just working, trying to get better every day, find ways to get turnovers. Just playing complete defense like football. So.
All right. Perfect. Thank you, man. Thanks. Appreciate it a lot, man.
Next season. Adam Peters, Dan Quinn, Daryl Tapp, guys like that. So it's all about connections,
Well, to come back to an area where you've been very open with the childhood that you had, the struggles that you had earlier, but to come back on your own terms and really kind of do this your own way now and prove to yourself that you can, obviously be a big deal here in the area that raised you.
Well, I mean, I'm just putting on for the city. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is with me. I'm just trying to put on for the city.
The preference to cut the jersey
Right. You see it? You like it though? It's clean, huh? Yeah. It's smooth. You know what I mean? Just a little flair, a little swag.
Jumped in a little late, but how's camp going for you in your eyes?
It's going smooth, man. Every day just trying to get a little better. You know what I mean? Because that's all I can do at the end of the day. I'm blessed. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
All right, appreciate you.
Thanks,
Thank
Mon.
Obviously, the more handsy you are, the more the risk that, it can help you, but it can hurt you.
Yeah, you start off with technique. You gotta be good with your hands. People want to be aggressive, but can't hold it for too long after 5 yards. That just goes with good footwork and just trusting your take each and every day, just trying to get better.
Just one last thing for me. Just as a rookie making the transition from obviously the couple of stops you had in college to this, what would you say like an NFL training camp is, and how different is it so far than whatever you experienced before?
It's really different. In college you're going hard every day, but we still put in work in the NFL level. But every play is like max effort. So you got to go in every play, every time you're on the field. So I feel like every rep counts. And
Who's your favorite guy to go up against in that receiving corps?
I like going against everybody, man. I can't even lie. Like whoever line up against me is just like, just being a love of the game and everything. So yeah, I just love guarding any receiver at any day.
Having guys like Debo and KJ Osborne and Michael Gallup that have been around the league, how does that help you get more comfortable in your first year in your rookie season here with Washington?
It's gonna make me, develop faster. Understanding route concepts and understanding, different type of wide receivers I'm going against, and it's gonna help me in the long run for sure.
Trey, we see all the work out here. What type of work are you doing after practice, before practice, that's helping you get acclimated?
I feel like it's the, before practice, my stretching. Like I need to get loose and, get ready to go. But it's really just working on my press technique each and every day, just finding something new. If it's not press technique, then it's just another technique I find myself, need to get better at. Just got to be like, second nature, I should say.
You've obviously had quite a rise through college and then now here.
Get a quick soundbite for me?
Hey, so saw a couple of pick sixes today. You were one of them.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Just single high, just baiting the quarterback into making that throw, and I was there at the right time.
Yeah, and how do you plan to continue that in the next practices?
Just getting more comfortable with the defense and knowing how I can mess with the quarterback and just try to be at the right place at the right time every time.
What does that do for a defense to see, techniques and everything working out? You got two interceptions from two different quarterbacks.
Yeah.
What does that do for a defense?
It boosts the morale. The defense feed off each other. So when you see your boys having fun, it encourages more people to have fun. So, and when your defense is having fun, it's scary.
First week of camp, count it down. I mean, what are you taking from it, and what's your highs from it?
Highs, I'm just I have to be on the field. I'm just trying to build every day, trying to help my teammates build every day, so we could, go out there and do what we're supposed to do.
How are you keeping that energy up? Like today, obviously you're really hyped from that type of stuff, but it's also also hot as hell.
Yeah. That's when you got to lean on your teammates. You know, when they bring in energy, it kind of bring you up, it distract you from the heat and everything else. You know. Yeah, appreciate it.
Your second training camp here in DC. How are things going for you?
No, they're going great. Just another day to put in the work. I mean, super excited. I mean, coming out today a little bit earlier of a start, so super. Just getting up early in the morning, get ready to go. I mean, waking up and play football. What else do you want?
Exactly. Well, I know you guys are professionals, but how do you battle the heat in conditions like this? Because we're just getting started here.
Yeah, I think it's just a test of it every day. I mean, whether we're going through the whole season or whatever it is, obviously it's more amplified for sure during during camp and everything. But you're always coming in and being your best of yourself, whether it be whatever part of the year it is, really. When you ever have a team stuff going on. But I mean, obviously camp. There's a lot of excitement. You got a lot of guys wanting to get spots in and getting the best work and get to their best version of themselves coming. These joint practices coming up, and obviously the pads are going to come out next practice. So, but overall, just super excited. I mean, obviously playing football and living the dream. Obviously, year 6 for me, so it never gets old. So you always want to come out and compete your ass off. So
of course, when it comes to the competition that Dan Quinn preaches every day, how do you guys feed off one another, especially in that O-line room?
Yeah, I think it's just the respect. I mean, because at the end of the day, iron sharpens iron. I mean, it's a cliche saying, but at the same time, it really does. I mean, the competition, what you get is how you're going to be battling. I mean, through it. Through and through. So I mean, at the end of the day, we have a great brotherhood here, and we have a great standard of what to expect and what's the expectation and what's our standard for practice. So when we're doing that, we're always going to get better. And obviously, even like I said before, the heat, that's awesome for us. I mean, that's awesome to have weather adversity, because at the end of the day, football, you always have that, whether it be rain, sleet, snow, hot, wherever it is, because you're always going somewhere different. So, but at the end of the day, when you can, go through those challenges and those obstacles of adversity, and just to overcome that day in and day out, that's the best part of our standard, is being our best every single day. So it's awesome because he has so much experience, and you're always talking to him about different situations or different looks, and just learning from him, even if he's playing left tackle for me. So, and just what he's seen in the league and about different players and types of defenses and everything like that. So, but also a super great human being, right? And but yeah, Josh coming in too. Super fresh. I mean, he's ready to learn, and he's always learning from LT, and he's been a great example for him. Showing him what a pro looks like in regards of building your own characteristics of who you are, and but also day in and day out, and just continue to learn, continue to grow. Even how many years in the league, just having that growth mindset day in and day out to get to that best version that you want to be, and that's it. I mean, Josh he does a lot of work on stuff after practice, whatever it is, whether it be little, small, or big. So I mean, he does a really good job of just staying to it, and keeping that edge on him to keep getting better.
Sure, he's learning all that from you as
well.
So awesome. Thanks.
Yeah,
I appreciate
absolutely.
it.